All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oklahoma City Bison and the Atlanta Falcons. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Watch your slant, watch your slant, watch your slant. Rotate, spell, twist. Under 10, under 10, 10. Quick the edge. Come. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Pollard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Hatchet. Watch the edge.
Off play action. Freeman nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Taking it about the 36. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. I got it. Smith. Hey.
2nd and 14. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He may try and run. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
On second down now, Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
On the set. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Go. Mike 4.
Looking to throw. Freeman. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Pollard, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here we go. Tight end left. 3 down. Watch one. Go. Move.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And now he'll tuck it and run. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
And it's third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. General West. Hey, echo. Slant. He's rock it. Get it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And on now is the punter. as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken from just outside the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Mike 4.
On 2nd down now, Pollard, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch the curl. Kill. Turn up.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, we got 3 down. Go.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Freeman. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
He's coming. We got double up. Check three. Mike 4. It's our time. It's 80 weapon. Check three.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Check 13. It's free. Mike 4. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking win calls. Let's watch. Right.
They'll run forward with Pollard, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands.
Got it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
At the 43-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Watch the safety creep. Hey.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 2nd down, Pollard. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
3 down.
Back to throw. Freeman. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Tight is right. You got 3 down. Check. Rotate.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Mike 4.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll run with Pollard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
61, max box, right.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
On the double. Protein spill. I got you. Check safety. Hey, Sam off. Show it up. Yep.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they'll give it here to his running back. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 11. Rolling to his right. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check.
They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Hey, exit. Check. Press down. Shift. Go out. Look at me. Go. Kill. Why? Go. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Snap.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
And in Oklahoma City,
30 base.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score.
Let's go.
6.
Mike, go. What we got? 58, boys, 58. Look at me. Zipper. 58, come on. Hey, Zoo. 5.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Watch the screen. 45 the mark. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Hey! Let's get up. What? Squeeze. Check. Shoot.
2nd and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. 23 yards the pickup there. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Hey, Sam off.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Falcons grab it. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the fourth. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Falcons. Tony Pollard, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Well, they had done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach that it's a 4-quarter game, right? It gets trite for us. It gets trite for the fans. This is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was terrific, but will it stand up if you start giving up big plays as we saw there?
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On the ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll look to throw.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on third down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. He'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that zero. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Looking to throw. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Vincent Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So they get the score still down, but bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
2 times. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down.
Now a give right side. Pollard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Tight end right, tight end right. Hey, hey, hey. You got 3, you got 3. 3 down, 3 down. Go.
Here's Pollard. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Leo.
He's back to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And some room to roam now. There he goes left side. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown.
And look at this. They're going to try an onside kick to begin overtime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Well, they went with the ultimate element of surprise there, trying the onside kick to start OT, and it backfires.
Not just element of surprise. How about element of hubris? I mean, that is unbelievable because the odds of getting an onside kick are small to begin with. And to give up your opportunity to ever possess the football that way, if you don't get it, that is absolutely huge. Didn't work, but boy, what a gamble.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. run for Pollard. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it, right?
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
He's telling right here, he's telling the right, telling the right. Out. 5 down, stand up in. Ahead, yeah. 2 little, cut. 6.
On 4th down, Freeman. He's going to loft one deep. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure of the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete.
We got this.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Hard. Shit, watch the shit. Now. Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st down, Bison.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Going to give this time to the tailback. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You're out. You look at me. Go. Check it back. Tight, look at me. Zipper. Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Yeah, the Falcons going to use another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Escape. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
High 7. Right there. Go on. Under 10.
Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football.